No escrow? No problem. One of the biggest differences between Portuguese and North American real estate transactions is the process itself. There is no middleman between the buyer and the seller to coordinate funds or manage payoffs. So join me as we check out Campo Grande in Lisbon while we discuss how you can ensure your purchase is safe and protected. Hi guys, we're in the Bairro of Campo Grande in Lisbon, which is in the northern part of the city and home to the University of Lisbon, the incredible park Jardim Mário Soares, and the National Library, the Biblioteca Nacional de Portugal. There are multiple metro and train stations here, making connectivity to the city a breeze. Now let's talk about escrow, or the lack thereof. So the Portuguese real estate transactions rarely involve an escrow officer. In the US, escrow is the financial intermediary between the seller and the buyer. They hold the buyer's money until the transaction is complete, and once the sale is recorded, they transfer the money to the seller, pay off the seller's mortgage, and they pay the agents, among lots of other important things. Portugal has a little bit of a different process. It gets you to the same outcome, it's just via a different path. Now, a notary in Portugal fulfills many of the formalized tasks that escrow would do. Things like recording the sale, it's called registering here, verifying that there aren't any unknown liens or encumbrances on the property, and ensuring taxes are paid prior to closing. And like in the US, notaries also facilitate the signings between buyers and sellers. Now here, the closing process is an in-person, fairly formal affair involving the buyers, sellers, real estate agents, notaries, all sitting around a giant conference table together at the same time. Buyers are responsible for bringing a cashier's check to the final meeting, handing it to the seller in order to close. If there's a loan, the bank will also hand the seller a cashier's check for their portion. Buyers are responsible for paying transfer tax and another tax called stamp duty at the closing table. And usually that's between 6 and 8%, so it's not a small number. Now, commissions are paid to agents after the sale closes. The brokerage invoices the clients, and the clients will usually wire the brokerage payment, similar to how you would pay for any other professional service. The last step at the signing is for the notary to perform a formal reading of the deed, where they literally read the document aloud. All parties nod and hopefully agree, and then everybody signs. Once the transaction closes, the notary will register the deed with the land title office, but the buyers and sellers are given certified copies of the deed on the spot. So the process is a little different than in the US, but with a little awareness of the differences, it works out just fine. And unlike in the US, it's refreshingly charming when the seller and the buyer actually get to meet. To get more tips like these and exclusive access to get all your questions answered, sign up at our website, portugalstepbystep.com, or just like and subscribe to keep the content coming. Thanks for watching. See you next time.